Hello, welcome everyone. In today's video, I'm so much excited to reveal for you the new version of our Next Starter Kit. So the Starter Kit has been doing so well and most people have been using it, and we have been using the version of Next.js 14. And today I'm reviewing for you the new version that is using Next 15.04. And this starter kit started 4 months ago, where I decided to actually build a starter kit from scratch, and I made this the whole video on YouTube. And by the way, this is the longest video ever I made on YouTube. It was 8 hours and 15 minutes, and I recorded this in one take. I can't believe I recorded this just like in one day and in one take. We built it on from YouTube, and from there it has been improved over and over and over. Now we have been using this right away, like for the past 2 months we have been using this, and it has been using Next.js 14. And now after releasing Next.js 15, we wanted to improve this, and we come with more things and making it more nice for you guys to use. And you know very well, like, this is a life changer. If you look at the UI, this is really amazing. It looks absolutely good, and I made a lot of improvements in it, and I'm adding even more features. Okay, so as you can just go here on the features, we know we have authentication. I'm just going to show you that one in a second. So we have authentication, we have the dashboard, we have reusable form inputs, we have data tables, we have image upload, we have Prisma, rich text. All these are actually built in. Analytics, and I added actually analytics. I'm just going to show you a breakdown of these features. You can look at the hero section, looks really amazing. So if you just go down here where we have a breakdown of all these features in details, you know we have authentication, which has GitHub, Google credentials, and all of them are working. And they also have the roles with them. We're using JWT, and of course for this with NextAuth. And we have the dashboard looking amazing. We have the dashboard that is working. We have the forms, reusable form components. You can see here, for instance, the category form. You can see this is having also the image upload. Speaking of image upload, if you talk about the image upload, we have single image upload, we have multiple image uploads, and we also have file input, multiple file input, where you can upload anything, PDFs, images, and everything. We have all those form inputs already in the starter kit. And apart from that, we have also pages. Of course, rich text, we have the rich text editor. We have analytics, and by the way, for analytics, so I added the analytics for Vercel, plus also for PostHog. So if you want to use PostHog or you want to use Vercel for analytics, it is already there. Okay, it is already enabled. So you just simply go and just like install everything, and just works. Okay. By the way, I also have a video about, I think, PostHog. You could just like go on the channel and search for maybe either PostHog, or you could just like search for analytics. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, so you can see there is this integrating PostHog, so you can see how to use the PostHog. If you don't know how to use PostHog, I have a video about integrating PostHog, and it is already integrated in the starter kit. You simply add your events, pages, track events, and you can just get this right away. It is already integrated in Next 15. Of course, for the web, for the Vercel analytics, after installation it will be just activated. You can just go and disable it if you don't want. You can just simply go and I will show you just in one line. You can just remove it if you don't want. Even the PostHog, if you don't want, you can remove it. So you can see I've made a lot of improvements on the UI. I've maintained some of the things that we had previously that you might just like want. So some of the improvements I made, first of course, is the whole version. I upgraded it to Next.js 15.04, and then I added a new navbar. As you can see, the navbar looks amazing. We use this one. We use this navbar from in the school management system. It looks really absolutely amazing. I love it. And we added login. I improved the login. You all love this. Look at the login, guys. This is absolutely amazing. You can just like have a nice login with the Google authentication, with GitHub, plus these email and password. You have these forgot password. You have also the nice carousel. If you don't want, you can still reset back to this. I left the original one on the sign up. So here on the register page, I left it as ordinary as it was in the previous version. If you want the other one, you can always use this version while you have this slider. So you can just simply also get this slider and then like plug it in on this very also on the sign up account so that it can look like the login. I didn't want to really put that on you. So if you just like want this version, you use this while you have this slider, and it looks absolutely amazing. I love it. And so of course we added more input as you can see in the inputs. If you just go back to here to the home page, I added in more input like the tag. I don't know if under reusable form if I talked about all these, but we have a lot of inputs. I added more inputs to it, and it is now having more inputs. I also added the multi-file upload. So this is really nice. The most important thing I want to show you is how to get started with the starter kit. Okay, so you can see we have already 400 developers who are actually using it. So over the past 3 months, 400 people have joined the starter kit and they're using it. And how do you get started? And you can see here on this, you can just come and click on this link. Get a free Next.js starter kit. It will take you to this page, and now on this page you can see that we can just get the Fullstack Starter Kit for free. Okay, and now you will have this this page here. Now here you can put any name you want. Put your name you want to use. Put the email that is working, because the GitHub request will be sent on the email. So when you put your GitHub username, and I repeat this, most people, they try to be like skeptical and they don't put the actual credentials. Please put your GitHub username, because I will simply the code behind this, it just will send you an invite direct. The GitHub username, when you go to your GitHub, when you see github.com, this next name here in between here is your GitHub username, and this very name here on the GitHub, this one here is your GitHub username. So you simply copy this the GitHub username, and then you come and add this. So this is like the most important one. Make sure that the username you put here is your actual GitHub username, because we'll be used to send the invite. Then even the email, it is good that the email you put here is the email you're using for GitHub, so that they send you direct the invite. The name, you can put anything for sure, like any of your names, but if you want to be added in the starter kit, please put these credentials right. So after you have added this, or you have put these credentials, quickly, just like within 1 minute, they will send you an email. Just simply check in your email or check on your GitHub. You will be invited to the starter kit. And if I just go here and then I go to repositories, you'll be just added in the starter kit, and this is the starter kit here. So you'll be added to this repo now. Okay, you'll be added to this repo, and if you are not added automatically, you can also reach out to me. I will show you how to reach out to me in a second, but you will definitely just like be added to the starter kit. You can now at this point go ahead and clone this. So we just get started. I will clone it and I take you step by step how you can just get started with it. So apart from that, let me just show you how to get started with it. So assuming you are already now inside the starter kit, and now you want to do this. By the way, more things before we just get into it is there is also page section. So you might just say, I want to add more things to this. I also have really a lot of components that are not displayed on the home page. Okay, here I try to add like some of the things you might want to use, different things you might want to use, but we actually have other components or other page sections within the starter kit itself. So if you just go here to explore page sections, you have some sections here you can explore. Let's say you want to add a contact us page. So the contact us page is already there. You simply actually go to pages to then you see these pages that are there. The contact section, very beautiful. You can just simply just get this and use it. It is already there and it's already working. And then you can just go back. For instance, you want to add a why us section. Very nice. You can just like use this. Very nice. You can see a very nice page. It is under pages. I will show you where these are all pages are originating. Then we have like footers. We have sidebars. Okay, like these sidebars that used to be on Shard and they removed them. I already have them here, and if you just want to see, it is a matter of switching, and this all works. Now, if you find these are not enough or you want to get more, for instance, the hero sections, very beautiful here. If you want to get more, now you can check out on the simple UI, because I was adding them here, but I realized that here they are not like really easy to reuse if you're not using a starter kit. Like it is not a must that someone has to use a starter kit. Sometimes you want to get the component and throw it in your project and move on. So I actually built another one called Simple UI. So if you click on this, it will take you to the Simple UI. Now Simple UI, this one will have components on their own, and I keep on adding more and more and more. So for instance, you want to add nav bars. All these nav bars that even we're using in the starter kit, I actually have them here. So for instance, you can see the nav bars here. You can see here the header with the mega menu, the one we actually use it, this very one here. You're seeing here, I have it alone. So you can just come here and see its code and you can use it. We have the fixed one here, this one, and it is this one you're seeing on top here. Okay, so you can just like use this. Of course, we don't have only these the headers. For instance, we have the sidebars. Okay, you can just go ahead and check out the sidebars. The new sidebar that Shadicin has brought, I have already added and I've already improved it. You can see people are using it, 58 downloads, meaning people are using this one. And we're using this one also in the school management system. I added this side here, that is Shadicin did not add this, so I added this and it is fixed the way you are seeing it there. Okay, so I added more others. Let me just try to get this. Where can I get this? You could just go and preview this, and now this is a full preview. Okay, now I have others, the ordinary ones like this one. Very nice. Okay, so you get the point. You have more components here to plug into your starter kit. You have the carousels. Okay, like I have the carousels. We have the pricing. So like this nice carousel for B&B. You can see it here. I have it there. You have this carousel for like for blogs. You have this one for single page, full screen. You have the one for e-commerce. So you have all these. We have this one, and you have seen this one. I've used it in the starter kit. Also this component, I have it in the starter kit. You can see if you just go here, pricing, for instance, you don't like the pricing here. So if you just go back to the starter kit, maybe you don't actually where is the starter kit at this point? Like let's say I'm just going to go to Next.js starter kit. Maybe you don't like the pricing that we have here. So you can see down here, I have this pricing component. Maybe you don't like this pricing. So you have this here where you can put the pricing. You can look at this. Okay, you have the pricing here, pricing component, and then you have this one. Okay, the one with this, you have also this one. Okay, so you can just like really you don't have any reason not to use these the components, and you can see how people are using them. Like this one has 30 downloads, really nice. And I will just keep on adding more components and also keep on improving the starter kit. And now before we leave here, before I forget also, if you have any features you want me to add to the starter kit, it is very easy. You just go to here. You can see here on top here in this banner here, you have this button which says talk to me. So this one is having a link to message me directly on WhatsApp. Simply click on talk to me, and this one will take you and you can chat and you can request more features to the starter kit. I can add more features, for instance AI, ChatGPT. I can add Stripe. Even we want even to make the version which is having Node.js API. So if you have any ideas of what we can add into our starter kit to make it more better, more nice, simply go ahead and request those ones. And please, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and also hit the like button. This year we want to reach 10K. If we can reach 10K, I'm promising you, I'm just going to continue updating this starter kit and make it much more better. Okay, it is not easy really to make this one work. Like to convert it to Next 15, it wasn't easy. It really gave me a lot of bugs. I had to fix all of them to make sure that it is really compatible with Next 15. Okay, so I really like your support. Please, you can support by liking the video, by subscribing, by purchasing the source code, by go ahead, for instance, check out the Next.js full stack course and purchase it. Yeah, this is how you can support me to keep on staying and keeping working on more content for you, because this content, it takes time to create it. More especially really nice content is not easy to make. Okay, let's get started on how to get started with the starter kit. So I'm just going to assume I'm just like really new to this and it is my first time to get to this. So what I'm just going to do first is to you can either download the zip or you clone. I really like using the cloning method. So click on this, and then I'm just going to go to my favorite folder. You know, just put your YouTube things, and then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and create a new folder here. Okay, in fact, I'm just going to, I could just like right click on this. If you're having, for instance, the git bash, so I'm just going to open my git bash. I always use git bash. I'm just going to say git clone. I'm just going to right click and paste this here, and now in front of it I can add the name. So if you don't want just your folder to be called Next.js Starter Kit, you just give it a name here, and you can just call it, for instance, with starter kit. With starter kit, you can just give it any folder or anything you want. So you can see cloning into with the starter kit. So that is the first step. Go ahead and clone this. Another thing you have to notice is that we are actually using I shifted from using npm to using pnpm. Okay, to those ones who don't know how to install a pnpm, just simply say npm install globally pnpm. So this is the command that you need to run before you start using pnpm to install it on your machine. If you already have pnpm running on your machine, you are good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and do, for instance, ls, and then I can just say cd into with starter kit, just like this. And now I'm just going to say code dot. This is to open it in VS Code, and you can see it has opened in the VS Code. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is, of course, to install the dependencies before you do a lot of things or you do anything. So I'm just going to scroll down here and I look at the readme file. So the readme file is made for you so that you can have the easy to get started. Okay, so you can see it talks about some of the things that we have here, the Next.js TypeScript starter kit, and you have the most hard thing is to get the environmental variables. So the first thing here, let's go ahead and say pnpm install. You can see it is using pnpm here. So as I've said, if you don't have pnpm, first install it. So just go ahead and say pnpm install. This is going to go ahead and install all the dependencies that you need. So that is the first step. The second step, set up the environmental variables that you need. The first one is get the database, the MongoDB. You can just go to Atlas and get the database URL. Okay, it will be something like this. I put the steps here, create a new cluster. In the dashboard, click on connect, choose connect your application, select you can select the Node.js driver, and just get the MongoDB URL. You'll get the database URL, and then the second one is going to be the UploadThing. So go ahead and get the UploadThing. Now, for the purpose of keeping the video in the manageable time, I'm not going to go ahead and get this. Really, at this point, I expect you to be knowing how to get a database URL from MongoDB. If you don't know, you can search in my videos on YouTube here, okay, and you will find how to get the database URL from MongoDB. Go ahead and get the database URL. That's the first thing and the main thing actually. And I'm also going to show you another technique that I always use. Okay, so if you just come here, and the second thing is UploadThing. So UploadThing, of course, is very easy. Simply just go to the UploadThing.com. Okay, I didn't want to replace this one. Just like open it in the new tab. So right click and open in the new tab. Just simply go to the sign up if you don't have. I'm sure at this point you already have the UploadThing account. Just simply go to your dashboard, create a new project, and just if after creating a new project, you can just go here, and there is a new version. Okay, there is a new version. If you just go to the API keys, there are two ways. There is the one of the version SDK 7, this one, and the legacy one. So they all actually work. So the SDK, this one, the version 7, the new one, uses the UploadThing token. So this is the same thing. But here in the starter kit, I was using this UploadThing secret and UploadThing app ID. So if you just go back here, you can either go click on legacy and to give you the UploadThing secret, and the UploadThing app ID. Copy these ones and add them to your environmental variable. And the environmental variable, just simply duplicate this file here. You can rename this from .env.example to just .env, just like this, and put your database URL here, and then your UploadThing secret or UploadThing app ID. You can actually just use either these two, or you can just use this one, UploadThing token. It will still work. Okay, so set up the UploadThing just like that. And then the next one is NextAuth configuration, where you need to configure the first thing is generate a secure random NextAuth secret. Okay, if you just like come to this application here, you can generate something like this. The generate secret.verse.app, and then you can see here it generates the 2 characters. You don't know if you put 64, does it generate 64? Yeah, generates like 64. So you just like pass in any number you want and generates the secret, and copy this and just add it to your NextAuth secret. And the auth URL right now, if you just go back here, the auth URL is http localhost 3000. Okay, now GitHub auth, I put these ones here. I'm not going to go through this, but I put the step by step how to get started with this. The GitHub developer settings. Click this, go ahead and give this an application the app name, the homepage URL, and you can see authorization callback here. This is the most important one. Here you put your NextAuth URL, API, auth, callback, GitHub. This is the most important one. Do not forget to put this. And then we have the GitHub auth, the same thing. I just gave you all the steps, and most of this authorized redirect URLs. Also, it is the NextAuth URL, and then this one. Of course, the NextAuth URL is already, we defined it here as localhost 3000 in this case. And when you deploy your app, you will have to change this one to the deployed version. Then the PostHog, you can also do the same thing. Go to PostHog and then get your API keys, the next public PostHog, this and this one. Now, like the PostHog analytics, if you don't want, you can just like leave it out. You don't have to really suffer with it. Okay, now after you have added your environmental variables, you have added them. Okay, if you don't want to use the GitHub or Google, you just like simply don't put these ones. They will not work if they don't have the the environmental variables. The most important one is the database URL. So I'm just going to pause for a bit, and I will just add my all the environmental variables. So I went ahead and I added all my environmental variables that I wanted into the env according to the ones we have here. I added all these ones. I always have the ones I use locally, so I just like feed in all those ones. Okay, as I said, the PostHog you don't need if you don't want it. So after doing this, the first thing that you at this point, you have a new database. Okay, you have a new database. So the first thing you can do is to push your tables, because if you look here, we're using Prisma, and Prisma will come with one thing. If you just like look down here, it will come with this account, set the provider, sessions, user roles. It comes with 3 roles. So you can add as many roles before you push. You can add the roles you want here. The user, the admin, service provider, you can add anything here. Doctor, patient, any roles you want, you can just go ahead and add them here before you push. Okay, so after doing this, of course, you have the one for the user, and then we have only one model, which is for testing purposes, which is for the category. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and push these ones now. So I'm just going to say npx Prisma DB push. So just run this, And after doing this, I'm just going to run npx prisma db push. So this allow. So this one is going to go ahead and push all your tables to MongoDB. This is going to push all your it's going to go ahead and push all your tables to MongoDB, and you can see your database indexes are now in sync in your Prisma schema, and it went ahead and also generated a new Prisma client. So after this, I'm just going to go here and run now pnpm run dev, or you could just say pnpm dev, just like this. And as you can see, this is using the new turbo pack. Okay, and you can see it is Next.js 15.04. so this is just the latest one and the stable version. And now you can just go to the browser and we see if we have this running. So I'm just going to say localhost 3000, see that this is actually working. Okay, so let's just give it and wait. Okay, you can see it is compiling, compiling. If you have the session now, I might just actually be having, okay, so these errors you're seeing here, they are about the hydration. You know about the hydration for the light mode and dark mode. That one has really no problem, that's why it will stay deploy. So after this, so you can see we have the starter kit, everything, you have it here. One thing that I need to mention is this one. Okay, so this one is I'm getting this from an API. So for your case, when you go to this component, I want to show you where this component is. You might actually not have this one showing anything here, like the 400 developers use it. Actually, this one is really getting them from an API endpoint. Okay, if you just say come here in the server actions, okay, in the action you have see somewhere we have the users, and I have this get kit users, and you can see it is actually getting from an endpoint kit API endpoint, and it is getting this here. Okay, so you don't have to use this one, okay, because you don't have this endpoint here. Okay, so that part you have to remove it. So you can just go to this part here. I'm just going to show you where it is located. It is on the pages, on the pages home, and then page here. Let's scroll down. So you can see on this, I'm just getting the count await get kit users, and by default it is 0, so it might be showing 0 in your case. So you can just go ahead and see where we use this count somewhere. Okay, I think here we are not actually using it anywhere. It is in the hero section. So just go to the hero section. Yeah, so it is here in the hero section here, and down here you will see that I'm using these kit users, and you can see star rating, and then the count is here, developers use it. So you can either just comment out this part here, or you put your own numbers depending on what SaaS you are building or which application you are using. You can just get a way of getting these ones. Okay, so now that we have synced, let's go ahead and try to sign up. Actually, so you start by signing up, create an account, see if this is actually working so that we can log in. Now you can just go ahead and start with, for instance, sign up with Google. If you already have them configured, this should just like take you to sign up with this. Okay, access blocked. This app you're using a localhost. Localhost, you know, they are problems with localhost. And this is a new application, and I'm using the old, these ones are called, I'm using the local ones I always use, but I just like test using this one. Make sure you add this for it to work. Make sure you add the Google Client ID and Google Client and Google Secret, as well as the GitHub, add the secret and the client ID for them to work. If you don't have them, you can just go to the register and comment them out. For instance, if you just said register, you will see that we have the register form here. You can just go to this register form down here and you can comment out these buttons are here. Okay, you can just go ahead and comment out them if you don't want these two. But right now, let's just like use the email and password. Just going to go here. It is this Venom and this, and I just get the password. I'm just going to say login at 2026, and just going to copy this email right now. Copy, and then sign up. So this should just like sign up because we already pushed to the database. So you can see account created, and it redirects it to the login. And on the login, let's try to log in actually. So just go ahead and use it was login 2026, and let's sign in. And you can see login successful. This is going to route us to the dashboard. So the dashboard, you have the dashboard page which has nothing here, and the only test we have here is actually the categories. Okay, so this categories is which is having the test data. So you just go to the categories route here, and you can see we have 0 categories. I'm just going to go and add one. So I'm just going to say here maybe electronics, and these electronics. These are electronics. These are electronics. And then you can go ahead and choose the image you want. For this case, let's just get to use maybe this image here. So let me just like upload this. So just go ahead and upload your image. Okay, and you can see this. You said this is working out of the box. Like you're not configuring anything. So long as you have your upload thing added and everything, this should just like work out of the box. So just go ahead and just click on save category, and you can see successfully created. And you have electronics, you have this one. Okay, I'm just going to add the second one, and you can see it has these 3 seconds ago, when after like some time, like 2 days have passed, we start now showing in terms of the past date. I updated also this date created component, so that in the when someone has created like within 1 day or 2 days, it is showing in terms of the past seconds or minutes or hours. Then after some days, it will just go back to the normal date when it was created. So let's create the second one. I'm just going to say let's just say, for instance, fashion, maybe fashion and clothing. So if you don't add any image, we'll use this default image. But I just want to show you that the image upload actually works really nicely. So you can just like go here and let's see, look for something to add. Let's like add this one. Okay. Okay, so just save. So you can see I have this one. So the search works. If I say fashion, you can see fashion comes. Okay, and then the filtering works. If for instance you have today, last 7 days, month, year, this, all this works out of the box. Okay, I believe even export works. So you can just select export to this works. You have to configure the only thing you have to configure is the import, but also the functionality works. If you click here, you see here you can download the sample category, and then you can upload this already. If I just like put this the one that we have just like added, you can see it has all these things whereby you can just like preview. Like this is really nice. Like you can see we can preview the data here. Okay, we can preview the data and then stop the preview, and then you can save the data. Now this functionality, I don't think it is there, but you can check. I added the implementation. You can use, I added the implementation if you want to add the whereby you want to add this import from Excel. You can see it is already working pretty well, and the export works as you have seen after we downloaded the Excel file. If you just go ahead and run this, of course the Microsoft, my thing is not working. Okay, sorry for that, but the export and the import are already working. You have the search functionality, you have pagination, you can show 50, 30, all this is working out of the box. So you can just start from this and build other things like products, customers, all these ones you can build them using this kind of table. Okay, so I think the next thing now to do is to try to deploy this, and we see if we can get errors and fix them in production. That's the most hard thing most people always find. Let me just try to actually deploy this. So the first thing, I'm just going to go here. I'll just go to Versailles. Okay, we probably just like deploy this on the free account. Okay, of course you have to first push to GitHub before we do all this. So let's go to here to our project. Where is the project? Okay, it is here. So the first thing to is to push. Now remember, by default it will be going to be having my Git my Git credentials. So make sure you go to the project where you have this with starter kit. Just go to the folder, and this is the folder here. Wait a second, go to where we have this. I'm just going to go to YouTube builders with starter kit. So this is the folder, and it has this .git. Now if you're not seeing .git and you're on Windows, first go and just say show hidden files. Okay, you can just like have to do this, show hidden files. Make sure that you check show hidden like show file extensions is on, and show hidden and system files is on. Make sure these two ones are on to be able to see this file. Sometimes the .git is hidden and you cannot see it. So just go ahead and delete this .git. Delete it just like this. Okay, and now go to your GitHub. Let's go to GitHub, and let's create a new repository. And then I can just say this one, I'm just going to rename this with starter kit. Any name you want to give it, really. I'm just going to make it private. I'm just going to go ahead and create. Okay, so now from here I can just go ahead and just copy these things the way it is here. So normally just say copy from this, Ctrl+C, and then go back, and can I just say close this? Okay, so I just go back to the to my VS Code. First thing to make sure that your .env is in the git ignore. Make sure you .env, you don't push it. So it is here, .env, well and good. So I'm just going to go ahead and initialize this project. You can see the project is not initialized since I deleted .git. So you say git init, and then you say and git add dot. This is to add everything. So you initialize it and added everything. And then from here, just paste these lines, which does git commit, git branch, and git remote at origin. and then git push. You just like paste all of them at once. They just like do the whole magic and push this to GitHub. So if I just like go back here, now let's refresh. It hasn't finished yet. Okay, it has finished. So let's just go here, refresh one more time, and voila, we have all this. Now one more thing to check is make sure that in your Prisma, in your package.json, just go here, you have this script says the post install Prisma generate. If you don't have this one, you will get some errors. The good thing, it is already there.